So I kind of wanted to talk about the album. It's so damn good. Like the mixtape is so damn good. I feel like I gotta call it an album. Like, so what I really wanted to accomplish in this mixtape was just I wanted it to be a love letter to women, just in general. Not necessarily to I call all women hoes, and it's not to in a derogatory way. Like honestly, like if you speak, black people language, like we call our friends niggas and we call our enemies niggas. Like it's not like it's just dude, a name for a guy. You know what I'm saying? Like so hoes, like that's just as men. As men, that's what we call women. Ask any guy. When we're talking to guys, other guys, we call you guys hoes. And I'm sorry, but they just stop their language to make it seem like they respect you more when in their heart, we all, I just don't feel the need to change my language. Like I talk this way in front of the guys, I'm gonna talk this way in front of bitches. Like that's just how I feel. And I don't say that to be derogatory. I'm just not gonna change me just because a bitch around. That's just how I feel. I love me too much to change myself. So when I say hoes, for all my hoes, just for all the women that I've interacted with, you don't have to be. When I call you a hoe, I'm calling you a woman that I've talked to in some way or connected to in some way, and you've had some sort of impact on my life. Like I don't fuck around. I don't sleep around. Like I'm not bragging about this, but I got 5 bodies. You know what I'm saying? four women. 4 women. But that's not really my style. You know what I'm saying? Like I really like to love first before I even connect with a woman that way. Like I've done a couple of one night stands, but it just I don't know. Like to get to that stage in a relationship so quickly, like it just I don't know. I feel like it's just off balance. I feel like intimacy is something that you should want to yearn for. You should want to like, man, like I can't wait to like graduating. Graduating is so special because you waited for that shit. You know what I'm saying? You spent all those years, 4 years in high school, maybe 5 for some of y'all niggas, 6 for some of y'all niggas. All that time in high school, you had to wait and put in all the work and put in all the time. Like even if you didn't do no work, you had to wait 4 years. You couldn't just jump, you know what I'm saying, straight from freshman year to graduating. And so that's what intimacy is a reward. It's a gift from God. Like any gift from God, at least me, like God doesn't, he plants the seed first and then it grows into a tree, right? It's not just tree first day. I think modern day dating culture, we just want the tree first day. Actually, we want the fucking apple. We want to bite the apple first day. We don't want no seed. We don't want no growth. We don't want no tree. We don't want to wait. But there's so much power in the waiting. You know what I'm saying? Like God can move when we wait. When we're doing shit, God's, letting us do our shit. But when we like, okay, we're done. Think of farmers. The Bible used the farmers planting, sowing, reaping, harvesting, that a lot in the word. So let's just think of farmers planting a seed. Let's just keep using apples. So if I'm a farmer and I plant a seed, yes, I planted that seed. But every season won't look like planting seeds. Some seasons will look like harvesting. Some seasons will look like waiting for the shit to grow, the apple tree to grow. And the reason why I say that is because to me, intimacy, like, so if we're thinking about it, our sperm is a seed to be planted in soil. A woman's womb is soil. So as far as like, and also you don't, that's a beautiful ass bird. I can just show you guys. What the fuck? I'm a photographer in this bitch. Let me see if I can get that motherfucker. It's a cardinal bird, but I think it's a female cardinal bird. Shit, there it is, I think. Damn. Anyway. Ugh. I got that other chair over here for Amarya. Just kidding. Actually, hell yeah. Amarya, you can come over, hang out, do a bonfire. That's your invite. Take her to leave it. You feel me? Sunday is always a good day for me. So, you know what I'm saying? I was thinking about, trying to come dance with you this weekend. Honestly, I wasn't even gonna ask you. I already know, like, I study you, girl. Like, it's not, you can call me a creep, whatever. Like, the girl I want to invest in, like, cause honestly, like, I'm not looking at you to just fuck around with. Like, I'm not, like, you're a girl that I would want to marry. So I don't just fuck around and feel like I can figure it out then. Like, I don't want to talk to a girl if I don't at least wouldn't mind marrying you. Like, like in a relationship. I want to get centered. I probably shouldn't move. That's okay though. But yeah, I'm not gonna waste your time. Like, if we're not building from the moment I even say anything to you, that's kind of extreme. But the moment I say anything, like, yeah, honestly, I mean, not just anything like in fellowship, like, cause I mean, I've said some. I like to be nice to people. Like, I don't like to not speak. Like, if I see somebody like walking past me, I like to say hi. And honestly, that was one of the things that my wife didn't like about me. Cause I'm friendly as fuck. I'll like, we can go any fucking where and I'll get a fucking 15-minute, 30-minute conversation with a fucking stranger. And it's a gift I have. Like, it's a communication gift. And I don't, I'm not trying to flex anything. I mean, that's why, like, I'm so comfortable and confident with my game because I have a communication gift. Like, I can talk to anybody from anywhere. We can connect. And because, like, I do so many different things, because, like, so a nigga like me, I rap and I sing. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm also, like, very athletic. Like, I don't know if I'm really better at one than the other. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm kind of balanced. And I got to a point when I was in, like, my earlier 20s. I was like, God, I'm good at a lot of shit, but I'm not great at anything. Because I was good at singing, I was good at rapping, I was good at playing guitar, but it was just like, I didn't know then there was power in the growth, in the waiting process. Now I'm great at everything I do. And I'm not saying that in an arrogant way. Like, I just believe that I'm levels above most people in most areas. Like, I'm not even trying to brag about this, but even my teeth, for an example. Like, I'm levels above most people. And I'm not saying that to brag. It's just like I pay more attention to detail than probably most people do. And now that I'm being patient, now that God has me in a season of patience, like, all of that attention to detail has magnified. So when I was going back and forth, I already felt like I already knew that she was very interested. Like, I wasn't wasting my time. I didn't think I was wasting her time. Like, she was obviously responding. Like, a bitch that don't like a guy, she's not going to respond. We were responding, like, every day, 40 messages a day. Like, I've never done that with a girl ever. 40 messages a day, man. I got to know her. You get to know somebody when you arguing. Sometimes you don't get to know somebody when everything's going good. So me as a man, I didn't used to do this. Like, I didn't used to test women. I used to just, like, she like me. If she'll, go for me, then I'll pick her. If she'll go for me. No, fuck that. I'm testing. I'm selecting now. Because I can't waste my time anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting to a point where I'm doing so much shit. Like, if you guys don't know, I do a lot of shit. Like, it's not like somebody said I had changing passions. I keep thinking about that. But I'm just good at, so I like so many different things. Like, I act. Like, I act. Like, in theater. I did theater in high school. Like, you would have never expected a nigga like me to do fucking theater. Like, I'm interested in a variety of things, which makes me so good at communicating. Because I can connect to people with, I connect with you by theater, I can connect with you by photography, videography, music, athletics. Like, I even love baseball. I didn't used to like baseball before. I love baseball now. Baseball is my favorite sport. I'm less interested in the NFL because MLB is fucking off. My Dodgers ain't on. Feel me? You know what I'm saying? Represent UT. Shout out to Minnesota. Purple Boots. Shout out to Minnesota for winning yesterday. Minnesota Vikings is my team, by the way, if y'all didn't know. Um, purple and yellow, purple and gold. But yeah, we played not great game, and we came out with the win. So that was that made me content, and just that even when it was and like in the hard game when you don't play well, Minnesota can still come out with the dub. That's a championship team right there. And they got a good defense. Byron Murphy playing his ass off, man. Byron Murphy doing his thing. Damn, Byron Murphy, he blowing the shit up, nigga. Byron Murphy is playing some ball. I forgot where he from. I feel like that's a nigga from Texas. Is Byron Murphy? Somebody tell me if Byron Murphy is from Texas, UT. Because it was a safety from Texas. Oh, no. That's somebody else. It's Caden Stearns. Caden Stearns. That's the safety I'm talking about. But back to my situation. Like I'm passionate about a lot of things. I love to learn, and I love to learn about different things. And because I love to learn, like when I talk to women, I'm just like, I want to learn about you. And when a woman feels that, like what I've noticed, when a woman feels that a guy just wants to learn like who she is, it's just like it's game changing. Like it literally, I don't even have to try anymore. Like I'm just trying to learn about you. Like even if I don't care if you don't like me. Like to be honest, like I haven't met very many women that don't like me, and it's not even like my attraction. I think I'm very attractive, but like it's just my personality. Like I'm likable. People like me. People like talking to me. People like seeing my smile. Like when people see my smile, they get happier. You know what I'm saying? Like one of those smiles that kind of just brightens up the room, kind of shit. So most women, they just enjoy being around me. Like because I don't have any intention. I got 5 bodies. I don't really have an intention to fuck. Like that's not my intention. Like I mean, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, at some point, nigga, I want to bust it down on a bitch. At some point, we're gonna get down to business. But I know there's power in the wait. You know what I'm saying? There's power in the growth of the tree before the fruit comes there. I don't want to plant my seed just anywhere. You know, I want to be very specific in who I plant my seed in, because I felt like I planted my seed in soil that didn't last, you know? And not that I'm, because in all reality, like I was thinking that I was watching a video on YouTube with me and my son, and just our connection. I'm like, wow, like it was so beautiful how we just hung out together. Like I loved our relationship. And it was like, you know what, Lord, you blessed me with 3 years of his life. What is there to complain about? I didn't have to have that at all. I didn't have to have any of that. I could have had one less. I didn't have to have him when he was 3. When he was 3, that was like, when he 2 and 3, that was like my favorite. 3 was probably my favorite age he's ever been. Like we talked about a lot of shit. We talked about every fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Like we talked about smoking. Like that was my nigga. He was literally my best friend. That's why I talked to him about smoking. You talk to your best friend. I couldn't talk to my wife about smoking. The only other somebody that I had around person was my son. And because that was the case, yeah, I'm talking. I'm like, nigga, I'm showing you how to roll a blunt. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna get the consent from your mom before you smoke it. But I'm gonna show you how to roll it because it's rolling a blunt. It ain't shit, nigga. You know, like we talked about every fucking thing. That was my son. He was my best friend. He was my best friend. He was my best friend and my son at the same time. You know, I was thinking about that and I was like, Lord, you gave me those years with him. I can't complain. You gave me that close of a friendship with someone who was so similar to me. He's so like me. Like he's just like me too. That's why we was close as fuck. That's why I love people who are like me. So that's why when I saw Amarya and I just was reading her Facebook, like I studied her Facebook, the shit that she posted about, like, you know, like, I mean, she's just like me, except with no talent. But no, I really think she's very talented, because in all honesty, like looking good is a talent. It's not, because I didn't always look this gorgeous. Like girls used to call me gorgeous before, but now it's like, I'm on a different level. Like I used to get called gorgeous. Now it's just like, this nigga blowing niggas out the water. Like girls don't see people like like literally when I'm walking somewhere, girls just stare at me. Cause like they never seen a guy with fucking purple boots. They never seen a guy with fucking silver boots. Like I'm very creative in how I express myself. My appearance is important to me because that tells you what's going on in my head. I'm a creative. This is what I do. I create music. I create vibes for people to have fun to. You know what I'm saying? So when I make a song, I'm thinking, how do you feel? How do I feel? I don't give a what. Who fucking cares what the fuck I'm saying? How do I feel when I'm listening to the song? So in all reality, like I approach music like I approach women. So it helps me connect with women more because music is so attached to emotions and feeling, which helps me connect with women better. So women, if you want a guy who's going to connect more emotionally with you, date a musician. Probably, preferably a guitar player. No, just kidding. Should have brought my guitar out. But I can always play later. Like, we chilling. You know what I'm saying? We hanging out. We having a good time. We having fun. That's the only thing I want to do with my life is have a good time. I never want to not. That's why you see me fucking dancing around. I love dancing is fun. Have you ever danced, nigga? Just think like how fun it is to dance, and then think about how fun it is to dance, and people enjoy looking at you dance, and women in the club want to dance with you. Oh my goodness! Every time I would go to the club in LA, girls will want to dance with me. Girls are like, man, I like your vibe. Like I'm not trying to be arrogant, but like once you get that much attention from women, you just like, okay, you just accept it. Like I'm not, like I'm not trying to be arrogant. I'm not. When Jesus was calling himself the Messiah, he wasn't being arrogant. He was just telling the truth. He's not going to lie to you. Being humble is not lying. Like, oh, well, I ain't, I could say that I ain't all that, but I am. Like I feel like I would be lying if I didn't say that I was a 10 out of 10. And I don't want to say that arrogantly because obviously every woman isn't going to like me, right? For one, every woman isn't going to like me, not necessarily because I'm not handsome. I don't think there's a woman in the world that would say that I'm not handsome. You know what I'm saying? Like what woman wouldn't want a guy in shape? What woman wouldn't want a guy with a beautiful smile? What woman wouldn't want a guy with beautiful hair? Fucking purple and silver boots. You guys don't even see that shit in movies, nigga. Django didn't even have that shit. Nigga. And I'm not trying to brag. I'm just saying I'm separated. I'm elevated than most men. And I understand that. And I understood that when I was with my wife. And I was like, damn, like a guy can be this perfect, not have money at the time because he wants to do shit God's way and he doesn't want to do shit the world's way and man's way. She could just forget about all the time we had. But the thing is, like, I don't even care about that. I'm so thankful that she did. Because if she did, I probably was just going to a height that she was not able to breathe at. Like, I don't know if you've ever hiked in Colorado, but when you get above that tree line, it's harder to breathe. The higher you get, it's harder to breathe. When I hiked Mount Elbert, every 10 steps, I had to stop. Nigga, I'm in shape. I got abs and shit. And big ass arms. Every 10 steps, I had to stop because I could not breathe. The air was just so thin. Maybe for some people in your circle or that are close to you, they cannot breathe at the altitude that you are at right now. So you are reaching certain altitudes that most people are not able to breathe. So you have to be okay with the solitude. You have to be okay with being solitary. Like anything I touch, I want to be the best at it possible. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be the greatest of all time. Like that's how I approach everything in my life. Even when I'm talking to women, I talk to them. I want to be your best experience. And it's not that I'm putting pressure on myself. I'm literally taking the pressure off. Because anytime we're putting pressure on, then we're forcing shit. And anytime you're forcing shit, it's not fun. Come on, man. It's not fun when you're forcing shit. I'm not saying let it flow, but just go where the love is. Don't go, I gotta do this to pay the bills and I don't want to do it. No, fuck that. What do you love? Because when you follow what you love, the money is going to follow you. You don't have to, thank you. You don't have to follow the money and miss out on what you love. Love is actually what makes the world go round. Money does not. What populates the world? Love, not money. Serve who you want. I'm following love. God said he is love. Okay, look, God, if you're love, then if I continue to pursue what I love, I'm following you. At least to an extent, right? Because if I love this shit, how can I not be following God? You know? I feel like I'm stuck. I don't know how I'm gonna get up without falling. Maybe I'm not supposed to move yet, but I'm comfortable. I just wanted to give you guys a closer shot of my face. Or maybe you guys don't want to see that shit. I feel like I'm about to topple back. Because like if I try to move, there we go. All right. Let me give you guys a closer shot. Actually, we was already pretty close. Let me scoot up too, because damn. Okay. All right. I feel like you can't even see me now. Can you see me? Oh, maybe you can. If you can, it's okay. You ain't missing out. You can rewind it. Anyway, I recommend having hair in a season, especially in a season like this, because it is useful. It keeps me warm, dog. I don't know if guys, you ever get a fade. I don't know if you niggas remember being in high school and shit. Niggas in high school, if you watching this video, you probably still do the shit to this day. But when you get grown, you don't really do that shit to niggas no more. But when niggas will get a fresh fade, you smack the back of their neck, nigga.